Hey folks, Crazy Clown here again, and this time we're going to look at game number 12 in our 20 from 1992 series. This game is a trivia game created by Capcom in a fantasy setting. It's very cool, and it is called Quiz and Dragons. This has you able to select from 4 different heroes to go through this fantasy country and correctly answer questions that these dragons and finally the boss of the whole game, who's called Gorian. He's a evil wizard or something. But the something that was called the Wisdom Seed, or the Seed of Wisdom, was captured by this Gorian guy and given to his dragons, who gained enough wisdom to be able to ask the citizens of this country these questions, and if the citizens missed the questions, they were eaten by the dragons. And the 4 heroes of the game, and you can play up to 2 players simultaneous play, or solo, of course. You can't play all 4 at once. They are out to recapture the Seed of Wisdom, or Wisdom Seed. I do not recall seeing this in arcades back in the day, but this is my favorite quiz game. I really like this one. It's just so cool. Now, note that the action takes place on a game board. The computer will roll the die. You have no control over it, and the computer will make you move that amount of spaces. Sometimes you will be able to choose which direction you want to go. Excuse me. And there are 4 buttons, one for each answer that you can choose from, multiple choice. When there is a very large square that you will land on, you have to stop there and face an enemy. And it's usually going to be a dragon of some sort. There can be a couple spaces that can help you. If you land on an inn, you can answer one question and recover all your hit points. And yeah, you have hit points, and when they're all gone, you have to spend to continue. Now, the four characters you can choose from, there is Roajin, who is a wizard, and he can often change the category. There is Calcor, who is a fighter, and he can recover the health or hit points quickly. And there is also Lagnell, who is an Amazon, and she sometimes cuts 1 or 2 of the wrong choices off the list. And there is also Shin, the ninja, and he is my favorite. He can cause double the damage against the dragon or whatever enemy he's facing. And we'll start on what was this? Woods of Legend. You don't have to face every single area. Some of them you might be able to skip. And here's the first question. I knew this one. I've seen all about Eve. I'm okay at trivia in general. I would definitely suck on Jeopardy. I'm terrible at that. This one I kind of screwed up on that one. But early on, you don't have to get very many questions correct to beat an enemy. Later on, it'll be like 8 or 9 questions that you have to get right, which sucks. Sometimes you will be able to get a treasure from beating an enemy, very rarely. But those treasures will help you. And this treasure in particular can give you it can automatically show you what the right answer is. And I used the Ring of Wisdom. See that flashing answer? That's the correct answer. So yeah, you have 4 buttons, 1, 2, 3, 4, so you choose the correct answer with the corresponding button. And when you sometimes come to a fork of the road where you can go to one path or the other, the 1 and 2 buttons will be able to select those paths, whichever one you choose. But again, yeah, the computer will automatically roll that die. You have no control over it.
Question 1.
This time we got 4 questions we got to answer correctly. And note that you have a timer. Yeah, I don't know every question.
Question 3.
No idea. My history is pretty bad. I do definitely remember watching some of the Addams Family. It came out way before I did, but I've seen repeats. I knew that one. I remember Larry Johnson. He was pretty awesome for the short time when he wasn't injured. And I knew this one, amino acids. But yeah, you're timed, and you get less points the longer you have to take to answer it if you get it correctly. And yeah, the fighter can recover hit points quicker than the other characters. You will eventually get hit points restored if you can answer a bunch of questions. And this is the final character that I've got to face on this stage. I have to face a wyvern, and he has dialogue for you. Excuse me. I remember that from school.
Question 2.
Yeah, a number of these shows that they talk about are really obscure, and I haven't seen them. Never heard of the Monroes, but I definitely remember this. Charles and Diana, married in 1981. Diana, of course, has passed. She died in an auto accident in 97. Very sad.
Question 5.
I just guessed Texas.
Question 6.
Yeah, I definitely knew that. John Fitzgerald Kennedy. Yeah, you can have the second player join in at any time. Now, you don't really excuse me, you don't really cooperate that much if you play 2 players simultaneous play. And here you can choose the path you want to take, just selecting a different stage. And I could have gone to the right. That would have taken me to, what was it called, the flat field. All the stages basically look the same. They'll have a game board like that. There'll be various monsters that you might have to stop and fight them.
Question 2.
I'm
Question 3.
almost dead here. I have never heard of any of these parts of an ear. What? Nobody calls a part of an ear a saddle or a stirrup or whatever garbage. Should be just like eardrum, canal. So if you decide not to continue and you are on the high score list, or if you complete the game, you use buttons number 1 and 2 to cycle through the letters backward or forward. And I got number 1. And depending on how the percentage of questions that you got right, you will get a certain type of coin next to your initials. Get gold or silver, copper, maybe bronze, whatever. Yeah, I didn't know some of these. I've seen Dangerous Liaisons. It's pretty good. I remember John Malkovich and Keanu Reeves both being in that. I think Glenn Close was in it. I remember just a little bit of Dynasty. There's a number of soap operas that were popular on TV when I was a kid.
Question 9.
I could never get into soap operas. My stepmom was crazy about them.
Question 10.
Yeah, I knew that. And there's another creature that I defeated, the Blob, and I got another treasure. This is a Ring of Speed. The Ring of Speed will slow down the timer, so you'll have more time to answer. And here is the elf. And if you answer one question from the elf, she will give you a treasure. And I used the Ring of Speed to be able to change. It'll slow down the timer, but the wizard Rawajin can often change the category, and he did there. And this was an easy answer. If you watch the beginning of Laverne and Shirley, you see that they work at a brewery, so you can guess Milwaukee. And I get to change the path if I want. This is the final boss of this stage, a green dragon. And they often threaten you. And he used the power of changing a category again.
Question 1.
And you can choose from 8 different categories from the 4 buttons on one side of the cabinet and 4 buttons on the player 2 side of the cabinet.
Question 3.
Yeah, I knew the song Ben was from 1972.
Question 4.
It was from the movie called Ben, about a little boy and his pet rat.
Question 5.
Some of these I got lucky. Van Halen, that was really obvious. One of my favorite bands. Really like Van Halen.
6.
I kind of liked them even when they had Sammy Hagar. A lot of people kind of tuned out on them when
Question 7.
when David Lee Roth left. I remember his first name being John. It's his real first name. Buddy Holly was way before me.
Question 9.
I didn't know this one either.
Question 10.
Definitely knew this one, Will Smith. Sometimes they misspelled some of the answers,
11.
and I think I guessed there. I did not know for sure. I just hit the button automatically. And I got enough right that I got a hit point back. And the boss will have some sort of parting bitter words. And this stage is called Chateau of Avalon. But yeah, your maximum of hit points are 5. And there's another... We're not going to do a full playthrough. That would take way too long. We're going to see snippets of each stage, except for the... is it called the flat field? But like I said, it's pretty much the same as all the others, generally. I definitely remember seeing the movie Peter Pan.
Question 2.
Yeah, Shampoo. Remember that was definitely a 1975 movie. Don't know Loverboy, I've never seen that one. I think I guessed on this one, I did not know for sure.
Question 4.
Never heard of Gardens of Stone.
Question 5.
I definitely knew he was related to Francis Ford Coppola.
Question 6.
It's his nephew or something. And I think I guessed on... No, I didn't guess on that one. I think I knew that one. I had no idea about this one. I just guessed and I got it right. Spot. I was like, it's so obvious it has to be the I mean, it seems like it would be obvious that that would not be the right answer, but I picked it just to see if my hunch was right, and it was. And there's the wyvern. You have to stop and face the wyvern.
Question 1.
Yeah, definitely knew that one.
Question 2.
And this is obviously Maine. Yeah, if you join in during a question with the other player, they will have to. They might have to wait until the next question. Had a feeling that might be the right answer. Nope, I died. But I will continue. We will see action from each of the characters.
Question 5.
Now we will take on the Amazon. They have stupid names. Roajin for the wizard, Calcor for the fighter, Lagnel for the Amazon, and Sheen is, much better name for the ninja.
Question 7.
But again, their abilities are Roajin the wizard can often change the category.
Question 8.
Calcor the fighter can recover health quickly compared to the other characters. Lagnel the Amazon can sometimes cut out one or two choices. And Sheen the ninja can
Question
cause
9.
double the damage. If I were to suggest a couple players to choose,
Question
go with
10.
the Amazon and the ninja if you're going to play two players simultaneous play. I have no idea about
Question
religion.
11.
Religion is my weakest subject of all. Just not a religious person.
Question 12.
I had heard of that one, so barely won, and I got a health point back. And again, I get to choose the path I want to take. They will eventually lead to the final boss, no matter which path you take, so
Question 1.
I don't know that you get an advantage one way or another.
Question 2.
I have zero clue as to that answer.
Question 3.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember we read about it in school. Definitely knew that one, Willie Mays.
Question 5.
No idea. Something that's stupid about this game is that if you, we're gonna play the ninja now. If you, and yeah, there's a double hit from the ninja. He does that often, or more often than you'd think. So he's a great character. And there he did it again. What was I gonna say? Something that's dumb about this game is, well, apart from the misspelling that you're gonna see a number of times, if you land on the inn or the elf, spaces that can help you, you can still die if you keep missing the answers or getting the wrong answers. And that's kind of stupid. I mean, they should just be optional spaces. I mean, to get some helpful things. I think that if you miss, then you just don't get the prize, and you get to keep going. I think that's how it should be. I definitely knew that one. And note now that we have one of the wrong questions taken off to help me. Yeah, some of the treasures, there's medicine that lets
Question
you
5.
restore a health point. There's
Question 6.
a sword that gives you 2 choices instead of 4. There's a staff that gives you 3 choices instead of 4 to choose from. There's a scroll that lets you select the category for the next quiz. There's a ring of speed that slows down the timer for the next quiz. There's a ring of knowledge that shows the correct answer flashing on the next quiz. And there's a shortcut that lets you go directly to the final
Question 1.
square. I've never seen that shortcut. That would be pretty darn nice.
Question 2.
There is also a 5,000 point bonus treasure that you might get. Or you might be able to get all your health restored. So yeah, we're just going to see snippets of the rest of the game, final bosses and whatnot, interesting points. We'll scoot ahead to the, and he got a double attack with the final killing blow on the gargoyle. He looked like such easy pickings for one such as I. And here's the Ring of Speed, which again slows down the timer on the next quiz. And that happens like throughout the quiz, the benefits you'll get. I just love the presentation of this game. There's so much to like about this. If the questions are too hard for you, go into the dip switches. And here's me landing on the In-Master Square. And you get to recover your hit points if you answer his question. And again, if you keep missing and you run out of hit points, you die at the innkeeper's place. That's freaking stupid. And my HP was full, and it still says recover 3 hit points. Oh well, whatever. And here's the final boss of the, what was this? The Fairy Lake or something? Yeah, Fairy Lake. And there's the Ring of Speed used to slow down the timer. I think I just dimly remember the new Lassie show. I knew that was Bridget Nielsen. I don't think I've seen all of that Beverly Hills Cop movie. I think I only saw the first, or all of the first movie. It's been a long time since I've seen it. I remember what's his name? Jonathan Bates, or whatever his name was, from Breaking Bad, was in it. He killed Eddie Murphy's friend in that movie.
Question 1.
Well, yeah, we're just gonna scoot forward to beating the last boss of this stage here, the Green Dragon. And another treasure, and this is a magic scroll, and this lets me choose the category for the next quiz. And we land on the inn again. If we take that path, and I did. There's the Inn Master. And you will automatically use whatever treasure you get on the next quiz.
Question 1.
So I chose music. Yeah, I definitely knew this one. And note that it shows at the bottom left the percent that you got correct of the questions for that round, or for that that particular opponent or inn or whatever space you land on. And there's the final boss, the White Dragon. Yeah, again, if there's a large space, you will automatically have to stop there and face a boss, or face a character, an enemy. Kind of like REM. I definitely remember the name of that album. Yeah, because it was that simple. AR for Argon. I remember some of the elemental table.
Question 4.
Didn't know that one. Think I might have heard that of that answer
Question
before.
5.
Never seen that show. It's way before me.
Question 7.
Definitely knew him. I think his last year was really bad. I think the Cowboys went like 1-15. Yeah, again, if you're gonna play two players simultaneous play, pick the Amazon and the Ninja. They're awesome together. You can pick the same characters. You can pick like two ninjas. But really, if you have two players playing together, there's no major advantage to having two players simultaneous play. You can't use like two treasures together and have like one wipe out two answers and one wipe out one answer or something like that. It doesn't work that way. But it's good to have someone who can wipe out answers and someone who can make double damage.
Question 1.
I thought maybe that was Annie. I remember that going on all the time on Broadway, and then they had the big movie presentation in 1982. I've never been a fan of musicals, and this is a staff that gives you 3 choices instead of 4. And each character has a bit of a personality. We'll scoot forward to the last boss of this stage, the Gold Dragon.
Question 1.
I definitely knew this. I thought Wild at Heart was a stupid movie.
Question 2.
I don't know my old baseball. I think I guessed at that one. Parker Lewis Can't Lose wasn't on very long.
4.
I definitely knew this one. I've been to South Dakota. I've seen Mount Rushmore. And I've seen that movie. It's kind of dumb. I thought it was.
6.
Yeah. I kind of remember hearing about that.
Question 7.
Yeah, this is really nice that she gets to knock out 2 of the answers for you.
Question 8.
I remember Dick Vitale in the 90s.
Question 9.
Running commentary on the NCAA basketball
Question
games.
10.
I found him really annoying. I thought that was Australia. I kind of guessed, but kind of felt like maybe that was right, and it was. Defeated the Gold Dragon. And then the last stage will be Gorin's castle. Yeah, we'll scoot ahead in just a moment here towards the end,
Question 1.
and eliminated one of those answers. Yeah, definitely the Reds. The Reds swept the A's in that World Series, and the A's were the heavy favorites. And here is a coffer of gold for 5,000 bonus points. One of the treasures. There's 2 ninjas. And we gotta stop on the big square and face the green dragon.
Question 1.
Don't know that one. We gotta stop on another big square. The black dragon. Yeah, you'll hear the music change.
Question 1.
The less hit points you have, or the more as you get further and further into the questions.
Question
Yeah, they
2.
misspelled horsely. I knew it was Corsica. I knew this one. Like I said, I'm okay at
Question
trivia. I'm
3.
not great. I could probably average, maybe a touch better than average.
Question 4.
I've heard of How I Won the War. I've never seen it, but I knew that John Lennon was in it. And at the end of the final stage, you will have 3 bosses to face. A couple of dragons, and then Gorian himself. And here we get to choose a different category. Movies is
Question
definitely
1.
one of my stronger categories. Movies and music. Don Amici, he was in Cocoon.
Question 2.
And he was also in Trading Places. What a great movie that was. Jennifer Jason Leigh. I think she was Vic Morrow's daughter, wasn't she? At any rate, we defeated the White Dragon. And now we move on to the Gold Dragon. And then, yeah. Then Gorian, or whatever his name was. Gordian.
Question
Yeah.
1.
I think I guessed on that one.
Question 2.
Well, obviously, you know that one. Let's go forward to me beating the
Question
dragon.
10.
I knew that a fractal was a mathematical object or equation or something. I was always terrible at math. The best I ever got to was geometry, and I hated geometry. I would have really hated trigonometry or calculus, I'm sure. And here is the final boss coming up here, Gordian. And for some reason, I got easy questions facing him. We'll rest the seed of wisdom once we beat him. Yeah, again, if the questions are too hard, go into the dip switches and change them, or if you think they're too easy. And she's slashing two of the choices for me with each question. And the ninja will
Question 3.
cause double damage. Here they are actually cooperating perfectly. So yeah, if you can get the ninja and the Amazon, and the Amazon will be cutting the 2 questions out for you,
Question
and the
5.
ninja can deal double damage. But other than that, you're kind of competing for points. We waxed Gordian pretty well. See, the ninja was the one that answered. He got all the questions correct. I mapped the controls the same for both players. Bitter loser, or sore loser. Well, that is the awesome Quiz and Dragons by Capcom in 1992, an awesome trivia game. It's kind of a silly ending here. You end up getting soup named after you or something. It says it here in just a moment. Household words and were eventually used by an enterprising restaurateur to describe various flavors of canned soup. What? Well, at any rate, you use the 1 and 2 buttons to cycle between the letters for your initials, and then the third button can decide, and the fourth button can backtrack and erase the last one. You can also choose and or rub for the last space there. Well, that was the awesome Quiz and Dragons, created by Capcom in 1992. And that was game number 12 in our 20 from 1992 series. Well, I thank you for watching, and I hope you join me soon for game number 11. Y'all take it easy, everybody. Bye-bye.